Mainstreet to Midship, Sunnyside Jeff, Explorer Jason. From Mainstreet to Midship, yeah, let's go. Two brothers, one trip, Mainstreet to Midship.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mainstreet to Midship podcast. I am Explorer Jason. With me, as always, is my co-pilot, Jeff. Sunnyside Jeff. Jeff, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in.
My name is Jeff.
I had to throw that one in for you this week, buddy.
My name's Jeff. Now they're gonna know I don't look like. Oh man,
My name is Jeff.
They're gonna know I don't look like Channing Tatum when I say that.
Yeah. That one's for Kimmy Joe. But we'll do an extra
My
one.
name is Jeff.
Just for Kimmy Joe. And of course, Liv Moss.
Yeah. Come on, Taco. Taco Bell still needs to sponsor the channel. Let's go.
Yeah. No, what is it? No, what do they call that? Explosive diarrhea in
No,
Living
on the
Ross?
lettuce. Nope. I need a shirt that says "I stand with Taco Bell." I have thoroughly tested the Central Florida Taco Bells, and they are A-OK, you guys.
Yeah.
They are fine. Check out. No problems.
All those Taco Bells in the I-4 corridor between
They're all good.
Western Florida, the Gulf Coast there to the Disney World area have all been cleared by Jeff and Maya.
Yes.
You,
I stand with Taco Bell.
You are free to live Moss.
Yep.
So anyways, all right, I gotta stop doing that. I love playing with those things. So yeah, man, we had the show last week, or well, not last week, the last show we did. It's been a couple weeks now while we were down in South Florida. Just tried to get a show in while we were there. Definitely learned a lot about background.
Oh yeah.
Setting
lighting,
up there. It was very challenging. It's a beautiful place where we were staying, but it was very challenging to get an episode in.
You had to choose whether you saw the background or who was talking. So you couldn't have both.
You couldn't have both, yeah. Even when we leaned to the side, it was just it was so hard because it was so bright down there that day, and it would have been better if it was cloudier. But what are you gonna do? And then we had the whole idea because he has like the swim up bar. We thought about sitting at the swim up bar, but then logistically it didn't work out with the signal out there because we have to have an internet signal. That would have been awesome. Yeah. And then had the waterfall in the background that he has. So that was our cousin's house. He's in the pool. Well, he was in the pool business, so he designed that pool. I guess that's true. He still is. That's right. So when it comes to, when he built the house, he definitely wanted to design a kick butt pool.
I remember seeing him when he built the house. The pool was first.
Yeah, it was the first thing. Yeah,
the first thing was the pool. Yep, he designed that pool first.
Yeah, he built, and that house was definitely built to entertain.
Yeah,
and they definitely have succeeded there. That house is amazing. I wish we could have shown more of it, but I didn't want to violate their privacy or anything.
Yeah, walking around their house.
Yeah, we could have a meetup, a podcast, South Florida podcast meetup at that house.
Yeah,
that house is crazy.
It is.
It's just an awesome place to go, and a lot of fun. I mean, he has his own frozen margarita machine. I mean, come on.
They saw us drinking them on the.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We had one on the.
I say frozen margarita because he makes those.
Frozen anything.
He makes anything. Yeah.
We had the frozen lemonade when we were down there. I think there were rum runners in the freezer. So.
Yeah. So many of those have been consumed by yours truly there at that house. That is for sure. Yeah. But a lot of good memories there. So thanks to Todd and Michelle for letting us use the place, and Jan for letting us use the place to record and letting us crash there that week while we were down there for, those 4 or 5 days we were down there. It was good to see Mom down there. We got down to the Keys. We put up a little bit of that footage. And did you see speaking of which, where we had lunch, did you see the video going around online of the 13-foot saltwater crocodile swimming around?
I did see that over at Robbie's, right?
Robbie's, and then also at the Isla Moderata Fish Company where we had lunch down there.
I saw it at Robbie's.
Dude,
I was like, ooh.
It was probably the same one because they're not that far from each other. They're in the same island, but it just, I said, boy, my days of swimming and snorkeling from the shore in the Upper Keys are finito.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
yeah, I'm like, nope, don't mess around with no crocodiles, man. They're a little bit more aggressive. Alligators, and people are like, well, you got alligators where you live in Florida, but yeah, we do, and you tend to stay away from the bigger ones, but usually they tend to run away. Unless it's like mating season, and nesting season, they tend to run away from you. They don't want anything to do with you. Crocodiles are like, no, they will come at you.
I've never seen, like, as long as we lived down there, I never saw one, and that was crazy.
Well, they were almost extinct. They were super endangered. They're highly protective, even still to this day.
Yeah.
But because of the wildlife protection that's been put in place, their numbers have definitely grown down there. I see one now just about every time we go down. Actually, that trip was like the first time in recent memory of any trip that I've been down there that I haven't seen one, if not on the drive down or where we're at. So, because for a while they would just stay close to the mainland, like outside the Everglades and stuff.
Yeah.
But now they're starting to see them as far south as Tavernier and Islamorada. So, like looking at the Keys, it's like you come down the Keys. The first key is like Key Largo, then you have like Tavernier, and then Islamorada at the southern end of basically the northern Keys. You start to get into the middle Keys there, and so for a while they stayed north, like North Key Largo. Like you would see them going out to like Ocean Reef and stuff like that on Cardtown Road, crossing the road, but never that far south. That was crazy.
Yeah. Did you see the amount of iguanas on the side of the road while we were driving back? It was crazy.
Yeah.
There were hundreds of them that we passed. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, the number of iguanas and even just other lizards down there. Like,
yeah, just all the different types. There were some huge ones down there, and like they probably all weren't like the regular iguanas, but man, they were all right on the side of the road in the grass. They loved it there. Like I was like, wow, that was an iguana, and kids are like, oh, I miss it. I'm like, there's more. It was crazy. It just kept going like the whole way back. I was like, there's so many of them right there on the side of the road. I was like, wow.
You got the iguanas and then the tegus, which they have at the compound where we were at. And
there was one at Robert is here.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, when we were at Robert is here, we went into the back area where they have like the whole like I don't know, the refuge or rescue that they do back there.
There was a tegu running loose back there?
Yeah, it was a tegu, yep. There was iguanas running around, and then there was a tegu, yep. Which I was like, we're going to stay away from that one.
Yeah. So you had, big rare animal trade. People would have them for pets, and then they would let them loose, turn them loose into the wild. Well, they bred like fire and just they're a huge threat on the local wildlife, bird species.
Especially birds, yes.
Yeah.
Birds, yeah.
There's a lot of protected bird species down there that are just barely hanging on, and now they got to compete with these. South Florida is just overrun with all these invasive species that you have down there. From even in the wild, the freshwater, you got the peacock bass and all the different invasive species of fish. And saltwater, you got the lionfish, that are down there that they just vacuum up everything off the reef. So, yeah, it's crazy.
The pythons down there, those.
How could I forget the pythons? Yeah. Which I have not seen yet, thankfully. I have not run across.
That's in the Everglades, I guess, is where they mainly hang out. But man, that's pretty crazy.
We'll see. I mean, you can only go so far west down there, because you hit the national park, boundary. It's like everything. The population in South Florida down there, and this is boring. We'll get off of this, but it's like to the east you have the ocean and the national park, Biscayne National Park, but then to the west on land, you can only go so far before you hit the Everglades National Park.
Everglades, yep. Mm-hmm.
So everything is just squeezed into this like tight little corridor.
Yeah, little strip. Yep.
And it seems like any available space, as we've unfortunately seen as we've gone down there recently, is just housing developments, apartment complexes, condos. It's so sad.
It's
so
full.
sad.
It's full. It's crazy to see all the fields and stuff that were there, just like avocado groves or what, just housing developments now. It's crazy.
They're just housing developments. $500,000 homes that are so tiny and on top of each other, and it's really a shame. I just, our aunt, she kind of mentioned, she's like, I don't know how many more people could they put down here. It's so crowded down here.
Crazy crowded, like, yeah. And it's crazy. That's where we grew up. So I mean, like traffic and stuff, I thought was bad back then, but nope. It takes so long just to go like a mile. It's like 18 minutes to go a mile down there, and that's not. It's
it's unfortunate, but so that's why usually when I can sneak away to the Keys, we sneak away to the Keys. So, but yeah, that's pretty much everything going on here. We're getting ready for my son. Amanda and my son. We're going to moving him actually 1 week from today, as we record the show today. 1 week from today, we'll be moving him in at UCF down there in Orlando.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes and no.
He's excited. I think he's excited, right? He's got to be excited.
He's ready to get the heck out of town and move out on his own.
Yeah.
I think he's ready for the freedom that he has, which, I mean, he has a lot of freedom here. Honestly, he pretty much comes and goes as long as he's letting us know where he's at. But we'll see. I think it'll be.
He was saying, he's like, oh, now he'll come see you more often or whatever. Mom was saying that or something like that. I'm like, are you kidding? I'm always over there. He can, I'm going to see him. Maybe at the parks, bro.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, he's like, it's crazy with like the traffic. He's so much closer to you than he will be to me now. Mm-hmm. But he's probably, in terms of time, it'd probably take him about the same amount of time.
Yeah, it would.
Because he'd have to cross I-4 to get over to your side of town.
Yep.
It's like 2 hours.
They just tore it up again. It's getting. I think they're working on the express lane. I think. Yeah. I don't know. They just finished making it 4 lanes, and then now it's closed. In the last couple of nights I've been coming home, it's been down to 2 lanes.
Yeah.
So it's taken them a long time to come home, long time to get there. Ooh, it makes those late nights even later.
I bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it stinks. I did when Amanda was in college. We drove back up from South Florida after Thanksgiving break, and I dropped her off, and there was a lot of construction on I-4. Imagine that, even back.
Ever since. It's never stopped. They haven't finished yet.
Yeah, 1996, by the way, is when that was.
They're almost done. They're almost done.
30 years ago, and it took me 4 hours to get from DeLand, Florida, which is northeast of Orlando, over to Tampa, where I was living at the time. And
crazy.
Yeah. No cell phones. Didn't have a cell phone at the time. I just remember getting back to my dorm and calling mom and dad, and mom was all upset and just like, where have you been?
Cell phones? We didn't have a work phone or a house phone. Dang it, I messed that one up.
Yeah.
We were talking about Carousel of Progress quotes earlier.
Yeah.
It was like, car phone? We didn't have a house phone.
Progress is all around here.
No privacy at all around this place.
Privacy. I can't wait to see what they're doing with that.
I hope Uncle Orville just lives on because he's
got to.
He lived through all of them. Like he was always an old man just hanging on. And
exactly, good old Uncle Orville. He's got to live on. He's got to live on. And we'll see. I'd be curious to see how they work him in. They've got to work him in. So I saw they pulled permits this week. It was in the news on I think WDWNT. Mm-hmm. They're so good with their coverage, man. They know when awesome. Disney pulls permits.
Yeah,
they're like, they pulled permits this week for electrical work on Carousel of Progress.
They're awesome. I met them actually. Tangent. Sorry, when I first started streaming. No. I don't know, back in whatever March of 2025 or April, May. I don't know. Whenever it was, I was covering one of the festivals, and I was walking around in my Ohana means noodle shirt, which is one of their shirts. When
that was one of their shirts.
Ohana was getting rid of the noodles, and they replaced it with rice. And I was walking around, and they were like, "Oh, nice shirt." And then Eric and Tom were sitting there talking to me. So that was like one of the coolest things ever. I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I wore this shirt today." Hey guys, it's just Jeff here from Sunny Side Up. I was gonna talk to you guys until Jason gets back. Let's see, what do we have? You notice my wreath right there? That's from last year. Oh, we're zooming in. Let's zoom back out real quick. We don't want any of that. So, but anyways, that's my wreath from last year. You'll notice that they are selling those again this year. They went on sale for like 40% off last year before Halloween even happened, and that's why I snagged that little beauty. So keep an eye out for that. They now have them as wreath ears now. So they have them actually as Mickey ears with the wreaths on both sides. I've never been so close to purchasing a pair of ears before. I think those, I don't know, those might do it. I'll have to wear it on top of my hat though. We'll see if that works. We might have had an internet issue at Explorer Jason's house. Maybe his son picked up the phone and disconnected the dial-up. If anybody remembers that from the 1900s. Sorry, guys. What else do we have? Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, July 14th. That is our Mickey's Not So Scary party. So woohoo for that. Can't wait to get to that tomorrow. We won't be live streaming that, but we're getting lots of footage from that. Tons of footage from that visit. We'll share that with you. Working on, if you guys watch the live streams, you know I'm working on trying to get another party ticket just to stream the entire night for you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to get a hold of one. Hopefully it'll be on a Friday, so I stay up late. Oh, hold on. It's Jason. Hang on one second. Hey, Jace. They were super nice, and they were both carrying around their little pocket Osmo 3s, going to get some footage.
I ran into Tom and Jason years ago at Hollywood Studios, and I was so excited. I get on, well, when it was still known as Twitter. I get on Twitter and I like call him out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just met, Tom, and put his handle on there, and then I put the wrong Jason. Who is also this other Jason I put is a Jason that was in, I guess, the vlogger sphere, Disney sphere of social media, and I put the wrong Jason on there.
Oh, wow.
And he commented, and he was like, wow, I didn't know I was at Hollywood Studios today. And I was like, oh, such a moron.
Wrong Jason.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed because then like Tom saw it, and I think, and he commented, it was just like, oh my God. So embarrassed. So, but he was super nice. I will say they were both
really nice.
Yeah.
Really
So,
nice.
But yeah, they're good site, really good site.
They do a great job with their coverage. They are always up to date.
And he stuck to his guns throughout the whole garbage with JPEG, man. Who's, by the way, is writing a book.
I know that's coming out. Actually, it's already written, so it's coming out.
Yeah.
But the WDWNT, I respect the fact that there actually is honest reviews, and they actually do try what they review themselves. So that's always something that I strive to definitely follow. That example that they led, that it doesn't matter the media list, it doesn't matter not on the media list, that it doesn't matter. You try it, you give an actual honest review. So,
and that's exactly, and that's how we want to be. Is should we ever be privileged enough to get invited on for anything, any of these companies that we cover, be it a cruise line or Universal or Disney or whoever, you will get as a follower, you will get the honest review.
Yeah. If that's a stipulation of going, I would not go. Right. I'm not gonna be told what to say. Right. For like, it was one of the things with the Snow White release. That box went to so many people. Yeah. And everyone said the exact same word. So it was clearly like, you will say this. Yeah. And my answer will always be no.
Yeah. We'll be fair.
It's got to be an honest review or exactly.
Yeah.
You don't stand
if it's
behind
good,
your
it's
stuff.
good.
Exactly.
If it's crap, it's crap.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. And you can always improve.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of times where we gotten snagged on some not so great reviews, and it was just reviewing what we had, and it wasn't great. It's a very popular spot in Disney Springs, and they did not like it.
That was early on. I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, it's what you served me.
Sorry.
It was would you maybe made it earlier in the week or something, but yeah.
And they're our opinion. Like, we're giving our opinion, and it's just our opinion. And I understand that. I hate the term influencer. But
no, I'm not. I hate that. I create content, but I don't create content.
for people to consume, for people to see that they, when they can't make it into the parks, so they're curious about something before they go to the parks or on a cruise, some kind of experience or new attraction or food or whatever, that we're privileged enough to be able to get there, be it invited or not. We'll give our honest take on it. And what I hope is that people will know us well enough from, following us on, that they'll kind of get an idea for, well, yeah, Jason doesn't like this and Jeff doesn't like this normally. So it has these types of ingredients. So obviously they're not going to really like them or, whatever. But, you just get our honest and it's our opinion.
Yeah. And we've been going for so long and that's something that I would do before any festival, especially. I would look to see like where I was going to spend my money because, there's not an infinite amount of that. So I wanted to maybe get the best couple of things to try that I thought I would like. And if there's something that I don't eat, like the oysters at the festivals, I tried them, but I refrained from giving any sort of rating because I don't eat oysters. So I was like, okay, I don't like oysters, but I could see the flavor was pretty good. I'm not going to be unfair and give this anything out of 10 because that's not fair. So, and it's like the place that we reviewed where we had the issues and the feedback is like, it's always something that can change. It could have just been the batch that we got. It could have been because it was the end of the night, which they shouldn't have served it, but maybe it tastes better in the morning. And I even said that in the review, maybe try and go earlier so you don't get one that's been sitting out all day and maybe it would taste better, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Can't lie.
A lot of people don't actually give that, that little bit of background information. Is like, okay, to be fair, we showed up at the end of the night, not sure how long these were sitting out. They may be better earlier in the day or whatever it could be. So, and we really do the stuff that we get. We really do try and we really do try to eat it. And if we like it, hey, Clean Plate Club.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I don't like to waste food. I don't like to, so that's where that started from. And I found that some of the people that I did look towards before going to festivals don't even live in the area. So they weren't even trying it. And they're giving reviews on stuff that they just had people in the park that would film it and then send that footage to them. And then they post it as if they were there and it was their own. They do say we, but it's not we. So, and it's always the same kind of thing. So I didn't like that kind of dishonesty about that. So I swear I'm never going to do that.
My employee who I pay to go to the parks and try these things.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's like freelance that they use. Whoever gets it to them first gets the money, I guess, for that channel.
And hey, that's fine. But just be honest about it.
Be honest about it. Yeah, be upfront about it. Don't say that you're trying it when you don't even go to the park.
So speaking of goings on in the park, so Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is going on. The first parties have kicked off, and as we record this show tonight, you guys are this time tomorrow. You guys will be at your first party. Hopefully, it's your first party and not your only party of the season. But you and the family, Maya and the family, are all heading to Mickey's Not So Scary. I know you guys got to be excited about that.
Oh, so excited. The kids really wanted to go. We couldn't swing it last year. We promised we would do everything we could to make it happen this year. We were lucky enough to be able to make it happen this year. But we're, a family of 6. So it adds up quick. So but the kids are super excited to go. We're not going to be live streaming from tomorrow, but we will be getting tons of footage and recording shows and parades and all the food that we get to try, which I'm excited to see what they have this year. We didn't really get to because we were streaming the last time. It's hard to get the food while you're streaming. So we're really wanting to try a lot of the food, meet a lot of the characters, stuff like that. That's more difficult to do while you're streaming.
You guys will really get to enjoy it this year.
Yeah. We're really going to enjoy some of the other parts that you can do when you're not streaming. And we'll make the video about that, and you'll actually get more of what we would do if we were there at the actual party. It's a little different when you're streaming the entire night. Like, that's not what I would suggest anybody does. Is what we're doing when we're streaming it. Like, sitting to make sure we get a good spot for the parade, both parades, and the show we might show a couple of times, or the fireworks, making sure we sit and get a great spot for the fireworks. you can get away with not doing that. It's just making sure that I'm not obstructing anybody's view with the camera. It takes a little bit more time to do that kind of stuff. So you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff when you're going just for yourself and just for your own footage. So
yeah,
a little different animal.
There is this what is it? Sweet potato French fry dish over at Pecos that I've seen some folks eat, and it looks really good.
Nice.
So yeah, so if you get out that way to Pecos to get some of the food out that way at that end of the park, that might be something I would recommend. It looks good. I know if I was there, that's what I would be going after.
We only got to Casey's last year while we were trying to get the parade because we also had a 2-hour rain delay. And then so
that's right, I remember,
it hurt a lot of our time. And then we got to Casey's and because we really wanted to try that candy corn thing. Oh,
wasn't that good, huh?
No, it was so salty. It was supposed to be salted caramel. I don't know if maybe one employee was like, did I put the salt in it or not? I don't know. Let's put the salt in.
Let's put the salt
in. Kind of
in.
like the sweet tea at McDonald's. Did you sweeten it? I don't know. Throw another pound in there.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that was really salty. It really caught me off
the
guard.
Viscosity of the sweet tea at McDonald's.
The syrup, sweet tea syrup.
Caramel? Is that sweet tea syrup? Yeah. We put it on the hotcakes.
Yeah. Yeah, super excited to see that stuff.
That's cool.
And try some more stuff. And then they had a big, I think it's a big change. I don't know. Last year, one of the biggest things was before the parades, you had Powerline that would come, or Max's Powerline would come out and do the performance down Main Street. But you had to be on Main Street somewhere waiting for the parade, which is another reason why we stood on Main Street for like an hour and a half, 2 hours waiting for the parade, because there's very limited viewing of that. So it was difficult, but it was an awesome performance. They went down the street, they stopped, they danced with all the kids, stuff like that, and then they went down the street, and then they did it again, and then they went out, and they did it probably like 15 minutes or so before the parade happened. So that was awesome to see. This year, it's not going to be before the parade. Before the parade is the Headless Horseman, as long as it doesn't rain or anything like that. But Max is now, I looked at it, and I was like, wow, what in the world? He's like all over the park. He does. Like at 7 o'clock, he's in this location. At 8 o'clock, he's in this location. At 9 o'clock. So he's like going around to the different stages and areas around the park, and he does a little performance and stuff like that. So we're excited to see that this year. I think the first one's like in Adventureland or something like that. Like he's on that little stage that sometime Jack will meet and greet on, or right across from Pirates. So I'm assuming he just finds like stages all around. I wonder if he'll be in like the Tomorrowland. Like a Cosmic Rays, maybe, because have you ever seen like that Sunny Eclipse? Yeah, he like turns into a regular stage. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm like, what in the heck would they do with them? So
for the longest time, they actually had a real band in there for a while. That would be on that stage, because that's how the stage goes up and down, and
they had the band from the parade. That'd be awesome. I'd be jamming in there with them all night.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite.
That'd be cool. I know. Well, I know they're supposed to have a bunch of characters on that stage over there across from the People Mover.
Yeah, that's going to be a Stitch's Masquerade.
Yeah.
That's Stitch and Angel. And I guess he does outfit changes during the Masquerade, so that's going to be interesting. But hopefully that one's definitely geared more towards the little ones, so that's a really, really kid-friendly
that'll be fun
dance party over there. So,
yeah. I miss the live actors and some of the attractions.
Oh, Pirates.
Like Pirates. That was great. That was so great. And I was so happy
overlay, man.
The year I went, and it's been quite a few years since I've been able to get there, that they had those. And it was so much fun.
Don't they do a Nightmare Before Christmas overlay on the Haunted Mansion in California?
In California.
How awesome would that be? We don't get the overlays. We barely get any for Christmas.
Barely.
I think they do have characters on Pirates out in California. Right. I mean, I know Oogie Boogie hasn't started yet. I'd love to see Oogie Boogie Bash, but
Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, I'd just like to get up to California. But I think they still do have the characters out there, and that'd have been cool.
Yeah.
They do have the people, the characters in front of Haunted Mansion, like while you're waiting in line.
Yeah. They have all those characters, and they're back again this year, which I absolutely love. And then, the Dapper Dans. What's their
Cadaver Dans?
The Cadaver Dans.
Cadaver Dans.
Thank you.
I wonder if
Yeah,
they have a different card I need to get. Maybe they.
and then, yeah.
Maybe
Well,
I
and
need a
then in
different
the
card.
Diamond Horseshoe, you have the Hitchhiking Ghosts
Yeah, that's awesome.
appearing
That's one
on
of the candy
stage.
locations.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see all that. I heard a lot of the candy locations are inside
Mm-hmm.
this year, and they're
It's
themed,
great.
and it's going to be awesome. They'll probably have
Yeah.
PhilharMagic was one. They used to have
Yeah.
one that was up towards in Carousel of Progress in the years past, but
Well, they have the one
that's
that's in the
not an option.
Monsters laugh
Laugh
floor,
Floor. That's
and
right.
they have like an ongoing thing where they're telling like Halloween jokes.
Oh,
You can
awesome.
sit in there and and watch, as
Oh,
they
that's awesome. We didn't get
interact.
to do that last year, and that's the stuff that I wanna. I
Yeah.
want to really want to get that this
We
year.
just kind of walked through because we were in line. So
Mhm.
we paused for just a little bit, but those the lines, they move pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, and then by the end of the night or later in the night, there are no lines. You could just sit there and go around
Yeah.
in circles and
And
fill
hit
up
a
your bag.
station more than once.
Yeah, we definitely will be bringing a backpack for everybody. So
Yeah.
I highly
Well, I
suggest
know.
that you get the little bag, which I had it
Yeah. Laughable.
last time, and it's really tiny. Yeah, it's really really tiny. It's not going to be enough. Definitely bring a bag. So
It's almost full when they send you down through the bypass at the beginning of the party.
exactly. It's there's not enough space in that.
Yeah.
But they actually have bags for sale this year, which is awesome. They have a tote bag, but they have a canvas one, which I have it up on the channel. A lot of the merch, and then they have kind of like a reusable shopping bag
Yeah,
style.
I was gonna say reusable shopping bag would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, if you happen
just
to forget
know
it, you can get it from the park. But
Yeah, exactly. But you can bring it in if you want to save money on buying a bag. I know
Yep.
the last time we went, the three of us, we came home with over 13 pounds of candy.
oh
So,
wow, yeah, we're gonna have to weigh it. Hey,
Which-
maybe it'll be enough for Halloween night here.
That's what we ended up doing with a lot of ours. Is
That'd be awesome.
some went to the donation at school because there's always
Yeah.
like a local dentist that sponsors like whatever school can give the most candy gets a special party or treat or whatever.
Mhm.
And then but then yeah, we were giving it away on Halloween night as well.
Nice.
Maybe not some of the more specialized candy like the Twix and the Snickers they're giving away this year,
Yeah,
the
green.
the
You were
green
saying?
goo inside.
Yeah, I had to try those. Like it wasn't goo. We got the Frankenstein Twix or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just they were like a green cookie inside.
Yeah.
And it was no different. So
Yeah,
it'd
this
be-
is like the caramel inside is colored
Mhm.
green.
and usually there's a different type of M&M at the very beginning.
Yeah.
There's like a special edition M&M or something. There's always a
Right.
special edition.
Yeah,
treat
'cause
at the
Mars-
front.
The Mars company is the big candy sponsor,
Sponsor,
and
yeah.
has been for many years
Yeah.
of the party. But
And they got different characters. I guess they got more characters in that front little hallway or a
That
little
little
walk
bypass.
through bypass. Yep. They got more. I
which
saw
is
the
great.
grave diggers were there and with their shovels.
Mhm.
That'd be cool. I do
Yep.
hear that those lines get extremely long.
Yes,
We are going to wait in the Sally and Jack.
Jack and Sally there
line.
at the
Yep, we're going
the
to do that at
theater.
the beginning, which actually is not a bad idea. If you get to the party, you can get in. I think it's at 6:00, but the party doesn't start till like 8. So you have like 2 hours where you can't get candy or none of the special edition food. You can do shopping before you have your little wristband. And
yeah.
you can do shopping before. I highly suggest doing your shopping at the beginning or going and doing the Jack and Sally. Just
Yeah, I
to
would
kind
do-
of, or do your rides that you want to do that
Yeah.
maybe not be open, might not be open at nighttime. We don't really ride any rides during the parties just because we can ride
There's
them
so
at any
much
point.
stuff to see party related,
And there's no
candy
overlays.
and-
So
yeah, I mean, just obviously the parade, which runs twice a night,
Mhm.
which it's tough if you got the little kids, but really the second parade is so much better because it's actually at night.
it's a lot less crowded.
Yeah,
It's our favorite parade.
it just looks that much better. All the
Yeah.
floats lit up, and with the headless horseman riding, the jack o' lantern he's carrying is lit up,
Mhm.
and the parade just looks that much better at night. Not saying it looks bad the first go round. It's just a little bit better.
It might be
at-
something that if there's time, I may end up watching both parades. If we have
Oh,
to
yeah.
sacrifice one of the parades, be sure. But
Yeah,
that's my favorite parade. That's our
Yeah.
favorite parade. So.
just for anybody that has to like prioritize. Like, okay,
Yeah.
we don't have time to do both parades. We only got time to do one. Then if you can swing it, I would recommend the second parade.
Highly agree. Yeah, that is 100%. Second parade,
and
of course, it's less busy.
Yeah.
So,
and of course, the stage show. The stage show is always great. You've got a lot of the Halloween characters, the villains, the Sanderson sisters, which is great.
We've yet to see it. We didn't get to see the full version because of the rain. They did a shortened version of it, so I've never seen the full version of that show. They do usually have that show last, like the party ends at midnight or whatever it is, and the show usually starts at midnight. So that's kind of a way to extend out your day. You're not actually using any of your other time to watch that show. I typically try and catch whatever's last. I try and catch the last one. It just makes the night go a little longer. You guys who watch the channel, the Phantasmic. I always go to the second one. Hollywood Studios closes at 10. That second Phantasmic's at 10:30, and it goes to 11. So you extend your day out by an hour. Yeah. So I always catch that last show.
Yeah, I can. A lot fewer people at that second show.
Speaking of which, let's check in with Maya and see what she's got going on.
Take it away, Maya.
Got a second? Take a pause. It's time for a minute with Maya.
Boo. Hey guys, I am post Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We're back at home. We just ran out of time. There was way too much to do. We didn't do any character meet and greets either, but we got a lot of candy. I think it was about 18 pounds of candy. And my biggest takeaway is to not just use the map. You need the app, the My Disney Experience app. Also for the party, they do update the wait times, even though the park is closed for regular guests. And it tells you where Powerline is performing all over the park, which is not inside this map. So I'm gonna go catch some Z's, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
As always, thanks, Maya, for your minute with Maya this week. Doing great. All happy, bride-to-be.
Oh, yeah.
So excited. And all that wedding planning's been going pretty good. Should be a lot of fun. And we get a little bit closer to the actual date, which it'll be, we can say it'll be next summer, sometime next summer. But beyond that, I don't really want to go into more of the details, but it should be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a great thing. And I think you guys have got a lot of great ideas. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it'll be good to see two people come together.
Yeah, man.
So it'll be awesome. I guess you guys didn't learn the first time. You had to go back for the second. No, I'm kidding. I'm so looking forward to it. I really am. But what I'm really looking forward to, and as we record this show this week, coming up this weekend, and this will probably not air in time. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but because of the editing that has to go into the show and all the post-production that goes into this, but D23 kicked off today out in Anaheim, and it's the even numbered year D23, which tends to be the big one, which is always out there in Anaheim. Disney tends to save their big announcements for those years out there, and it's a lot bigger deal, and so be excited to see what comes of that. I know, and of course, some of the panels are going to be live on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Check the schedule for that. I know the big one that everybody talks about every year is the Parks and Experiences panel, which is on Saturday night. This year, it's Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, not 7 p.m. specific.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier,
10 p.m.
today.
Eastern.
We were talking in the pre-show, and I said 7 p.m. Pacific.
I'm like, nope.
No. Yeah,
Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. So 10 p.m. Eastern on Disney Plus, hosted by none other than NPH Neil Patrick Harris.
That's so awesome. That's
probably
so cool.
The biggest Disney adult in the fandom universe of Disney.
Uncle Jesse's pretty big too, though.
Yes,
I heard he was actually at the parks recently. Someone was walking on the monorail and said that they saw him. I was like, oh my gosh, we might see Uncle Jesse.
Somebody posted a picture with him.
Oh,
that I saw on social media. Yeah.
He's out there a lot. He's a Disney adult as well. So yeah,
I don't know. I'm torn. Like if I were to see a celebrity like that that's not surrounded by plaid cast members and security, where you actually get to walk up to them and I would feel bad. They're on vacation, especially if they're with their family.
Yeah.
Just let them be. Just let them be.
Yeah.
If they're by themselves, it's one thing. If they look like they're in a good mood, maybe. But even I would probably just let them be.
Speaking of which, well, actually, are the Beach Boys coming back?
Yes.
So at the
second
Beach
to
Boys
last weekend of
if they have
Food and Wine,
if they have him back, if they have Uncle Jesse back playing with them, at the end of the concerts when they're walking back across the pathway, you can line up there. A lot of times they'll stop and say hello to you. And he did last year. He was like taking pictures with people.
Oh yeah, that's totally different.
So that's a good opportunity to meet Uncle Jesse. He's not on vacation at that point. So
no, he's a member of the Beach Boys, and entertaining folks there. Yeah. He's an entertainer when he's there.
Yeah. MPH has done the
Candlelight.
The Candlelight before. He didn't do it this past year. But probably the same thing there. That's a good,
and that's cool.
To try and meet them. So
that's cool. But I mean, if they're walking around with their family, usually there'll be security there and a plaid cast member. Just let them be.
Yep.
Especially if they got their kids, man. Just leave them alone. It's kind of
you're one person, but there's like 40,000 others that are going to do the exact same thing.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I'm one less, but definitely love to meet them. But not
I hear they're
vacation.
Both like amazing, like nice, super really nice people. But yeah, the Beach Boys, they'll be there. I'm sure he'll be there. He's pretty much a member of the Beach Boys at this point. They're playing this. I can't remember the exact date, but I believe it's the second weekend from the last to last weekend at Food and Wine this year.
So this is kind of funny because I would listen to a podcast. I watched the Sci Show, and I was doing their podcast when I would run stuff like that. And they had a challenge. If you got off on a tangent, you lost a point if you brought everybody off of on a tangent. So I definitely lost a point on that one. So
that's all good.
We were talking about D23.
D23.
And I got
NPH.
us off. I was like, sorry, guys.
NPH.
Yep, I lost the point, guys. I lost the point. My bad.
Off on a tangent.
Yeah.
It's all good,
Hank
man.
Green, you did it the same thing, right?
So, but with NPH, and this was something that even, I think it was Tom's theory is, what I wanted to get into with D23 is what we think some of the big announcements will be, and what they'll talk about at D23. Some things Disney holds a little close to the vest, some things they don't. But one of the theories was that having Neil Patrick Harris, he's widely known as a big Dreamfinder Figment fan of the old school Journey into Imagination ride. He's a big fan of Figgy, as we see here. Figment, even I have Figment here in studio with me, is that there'll be some kind of announcement for a refurb of that attraction, much long overdue refurb of that attraction. And I would love to see it.
It's like, it really feels like it's going to happen this time. Like I'm always like thinking like, maybe this time I feel like it's going to happen. I'm pretty confident that it's going to happen. I'm like, that's going to be amazing. I'm like excited about, I'm going to be so let down if it doesn't happen.
If there is, it's like one of those things that it seems like it's going to happen so much that if there wasn't, it'd be such a punch in the gut that it would just be like, oh, it's never going to happen. Yeah, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, if it doesn't happen now, I don't know.
Yeah, is it ever going to happen?
I don't know that I'll ever think about it happening. Yeah. I'm like, it's never going to happen.
It's like they had their chance to announce something.
Yeah,
just pull something out of your Disney. And just say, yep, we're going to do a refurb on the ride because Lord knows it needs it.
Yeah, well, Epcot
really needs it.
Needs a lot of love. Epcot needs love. That overhaul didn't work out. They didn't do the majority of those plans. So Figment, you got Spaceship Earth, you got even Nemo needs Spaceship some upgrades. And
Nemo, Spaceship Earth for real. But that reminds me, one of the other big rumors I'm hearing is that the whole with the lights in the ground. Oh, I
Mhm.
can't think of the name. That whole area, that there's a possibility that they may be refurbing or redoing that area.
Yeah, that was like
Realizing
a yeah. We put a fountain or something in there. I could
something.
bring back some sort of fountain. I mean, especially with the show on with the ball and the lights in the ground that don't work, but the lights
Yeah.
around it do work. That's a cool show. I think having a fountain right there would be even better.
Yeah.
Fountain of Nations, we got rid of that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I agree with that change. I don't think that was an upgrade, but
Yeah.
it
I don't
definitely
know
probably
that
costs a
they'll.
lot less. But
Yeah, I don't know that they'll do a fountain like they had before.
I don't think it'll be that
At least
big.
not on
'Cause
that
was
scale.
huge. Yeah,
Something that grand.
but just something small.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something would be better than what's there.
Yeah,
I think it was something that it sounded great and looked good up on the whiteboard, but when they actually got practical about it and put it in, it just
those lights do not work. The acrylic that
No.
coats them bends in the sun. They have to put
Yeah.
screws into them to hold them down.
there's like Tapcons, like the
Yeah,
blue
exactly.
screws that they had
Yeah.
to put in, and I'm like, this looks
yeah, just to
crappy.
keep it because they're in the hot sun. They curl up,
Yeah.
so they have to like screw them down to
What?
keep them from curling. Oh,
What-
sorry, guys.
What are you talking about? The pavement gets hot in the summer
Yeah, exactly.
in Florida, Jeff? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Plastic?
And the lights don't work. They don't actually turn on. So they never were all on. So they just have them all off because they never would be the right color and it just would throw the show all off. So, good try, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
So
all right. It's just you make mistakes, and I think that's like the most important thing is like when you try something, cool, you try. You just have to be able to say, "Oh, okay, that didn't work, so we'll try something else."
We'll try something
And
else.
just being able to admit that it didn't work.
Which
is-
I don't
is
know that
huge.
we'll ever get from
Yeah,
Disney.
they probably won't get that, but I think that's important. Anybody in life,
Yeah.
just being able to admit that you did something was like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah. So
try again.
hopefully we'll hear a lot. I think Epcot is just begging for
Yeah.
some change.
It was
And-
before, and those were huge announcements before, and they didn't actually take place. So
Yeah.
having any of that stuff, I mean, even those announcements that, I mean, the Spaceship Earth overhaul, or the, if we could have an announcement with Mission Space, or
Yeah.
maybe we could use the Play Pavilion for something. Could they put in Inside Out attraction inside
Yeah.
of the Play Pavilion or something?
Mission Space is another one that just, I think its time has come and gone.
Yeah, it'll have to be something space themed because of Space 220, but that's fine. I have
whatever.
full faith
Yeah.
that they can do that. So
Yeah. How about a Star Wars attraction? I mean, something on that, I mean, they put Guardians in the park for heaven's sakes,
yeah.
but something else. I don't know. They'll figure out something.
Yep.
I'm all for, and something I haven't heard any, but people talk about. Let's add another country to the World Showcase, and please let it be Brazil.
Brazil, yeah. Brazil, and if they add 2, Greece for the other one. So let's go.
Yeah. Oh, Greece would be a
maybe
good
some
one
attractions around the World Showcase. We need some attractions.
More
Germany has a
attractions.
show building already built that
too.
for a boat ride that never happened.
I can't remember. We talked about this on a previous live over on your channel. I don't think it was on a previous episode, but for a while they had plans to build a Mount Fuji roller coaster in Japan.
In Japan, yep, they have the entrance to it is already built.
Yeah.
That's like why you have that huge entrance back there in the back of Japan that just goes to like the candy shop now.
Yeah,
Is a huge that was supposed to be the entrance to that attraction back there
and I
in
think
Japan.
there was supposed to. Was it in Germany? There was supposed to be a boat ride. I
Boat
think?
ride in Germany. Yep. When you look
Yeah.
at Beer Garden off to the right hand side, there's a huge mural of a river on
Mhm.
the wall. It was supposed to be a river attraction, like a boat attraction going through the rivers of
That'd be
Germany
great.
and stuff like that. Supposedly that building was built. That show building
Yeah.
was built to house that attraction.
Yeah,
And it just never happened. But I think they need more attractions back there, and they don't have to be huge or anything like that. I mean,
yeah,
they're talking about doing the Mary Poppins thing in England. That would be great, but that area is so busy already.
yeah.
I don't really know. Like if you could get some more towards the back, that'd be cool because you have Ratatouille on the front right hand side, and then
Well, you would have to
Frozen
definitely
front
like
left-hand side.
expand out.
Yeah,
I think if you were to put an attraction in there, at least
Yeah.
that's what I think. But
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But I think they don't have the space for a full attraction. Be it Mary Poppins or anything in England, they would have to expand out beyond
Yeah.
backstage there.
Yeah.
But I would love to see something.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think the time is way overdue if we can get a new nation in the international showcase there, the World Showcase, that would be great. And hey, with Brazil, maybe a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yes, please.
Probably cost an arm and a leg, but
yeah, that'd be awesome.
But
That'd be
oh my
awesome.
goodness, can you imagine?
The quick service there too would be.
Oh yeah, Brazilian food is just so good.
Yeah,
or in Greece, like you thrown out Greece, there would be Greek food that that would just come on. I mean, they both are countries that have their own booths at Food and Wine.
Mm-hmm.
And the offerings are pretty good. So usually at those booths, their offerings are good, but I would love to see something like that. I don't know that we'll really get a new country, but it's just something that I would like to see.
Hope for
Mainly, I'm concerned with the front of the park. And there was talk. I don't think it was at the last one 2 years ago. It was either 2 or 4 years ago. Was the talk of putting a hotel right there at the front of Epcot?
Yeah,
and that's something that never came to fruition. I don't know if that just fell victim to COVID, like Spaceship Earth refurb that was announced. That definitely fell victim to COVID, and just never came to fruition, and never, they haven't really talked about it. But Spaceship Earth is long overdue.
Yeah, it needs, and they do. The plan, I think, was to reverse it. Like the exit building was going to be the queue. So there's an interior queue, because there's not much of a queue for that ride. And when it does get longer than 10 minutes, you're standing in the sun.
Yeah.
So they were going to flip it somehow and have the entrance or the exit building be the entrance, and then just have that other ramp down be the exit, which I hope that happens. That'd be cool. And I just know that, Nemo needs some love, and parts of Living with the Land need love, especially the end after the greenhouse needs something. I mean, it doesn't have to be huge. Like, I don't know what you could really take out Nemo, but it needs a refurb.
Just a refurb. I think you could get away with a light refurb even. I don't know.
But yeah, Figment, I really want a whole redo. Mission Space would love a whole redo.
Yep.
Something in the Play Pavilion, Inside Out ride or something like that would be cool inside there. Maybe another attraction around the World Showcase somewhere.
Yeah,
maybe 3 Caballeros for a Coco ride would be cool.
Definitely a park. Definitely a park that needs it.
I think there's really 2 parks that need a lot of help, and it's Epcot is one, and that's my favorite park, and then Hollywood Studios. Is the other one. Doesn't have
Animal Kingdom's getting it, and
Animal
that
Kingdom
came from
might be
2 years ago, right?
Man, I think that whole addition is going to be great for that park. Like, that's going to be one of my top parks, I think. With Tropical Americas, I think is going to be great. I'm pretty excited about that. Since I don't know any details about Villains Land, I'm more excited about Tropical Americas than I am Monstropolis. I've seen the size of that building for that attraction, and I'm a little worried about that door coaster. It looks pretty tiny. So it might be more along the lines like a family coaster, I'm going to guess, with Monstropolis. So it might not be, crazy long or fast or anything like that, which is fine. It might be like kind of dark ride.
Be like Tron. It's over in less than 30.
Well, Tron, I think, is more intense than the door coaster is going to be, but maybe it won't.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. If it's really intense and it's that short, it's going to be, I don't know. I think they're going to have to move it slower just because it's so small to make it like part dark ride, part roller coaster, like the Mine Train, maybe. I don't know. How's that?
Well, that's the thing is and that was kind of my problem with moving the Muppets to Rock and Roller Coaster is you take this e-ticket attraction using a children's IP, which you could argue like all Disney's children, but these are definitely targeting a younger audience for sure. The Muppets. Okay, you could argue, the Muppets do appeal to the adults, but honestly, it's adults like us that grew up with the Muppets as kids. But Monsters Inc., that whole IP, that targets younger children, not just children. I think that targets younger. Now, it appeals to everybody, but I feel like you're going to have a lot of young kids that identify with those characters that go, oh, I want to go on that ride. And they can't because they're not 40 plus inches tall, and
it'll be interesting. Like if they make it a family coaster, I mean, if it goes slower, then okay, fine. At least it'll last, longer. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like a Tron. I don't think it can. I don't think it can go that fast. I don't think it's going to have a launch. I think it's going to be a kind of like you go over the end, and just same with Mindtrain where you kind of start to. Yeah, I think it's fine. It'll make it last longer. Like I'm saying, they got to have a dark ride part. Maybe you're trying to sneak past Randall, or you get stopped or something. I don't know.
That would be great. That would be great.
We'll see.
I would love to see a lower impact attraction with that. You know, and then the sushi restaurant, which I'm excited for.
Harryhausen's,
shocker, I'm excited for food. But Harryhausen's,
Tropical Americas, if they miss that, because already at Animal Kingdom is one of my favorite things to eat. The arepa, the pulled pork arepa, or I haven't tried the chicken one because the pork one is so good and I can't not order it. If they don't move that over to Tropical Americas, because that's like what her mother makes to heal people,
right?
That would be craziness. So they're gonna have to have something like that over there.
Yeah.
And as right now, it's just at the Smiling Crocodile, which closes at 3. It's only open for like 4 hours or something like that during the day. So yeah, they need to move that over to Tropical Americas.
And like Magic Kingdom, obviously the work going on with the Cars area and Villains Land. I'm hoping we'll hear more, and I think we will get more details about those two lands. Hopefully, definitely, like Villains Land would be good. Because we've heard more. I feel like we've heard more about Cars, but obviously that's probably just because it's going to open before Villains. Definitely that. I think we're going to hear more about. I think there are definitely some plans with Tomorrowland. I think we're going to see big changes coming. We're going to see big changes coming to Tomorrowland.
Got to be Space Mountain. Got to be.
I think so.
I think we ditch the 2 tracks, and that will give more space in that room. And then we have 1 track with side-by-side cars. So you're not really losing any capacity because you're doubling up the car, and then you get more space for the track. We can make it a lot, I don't know, more entertaining inside there. I don't know.
Something.
I hope they add some more effects, though.
Tokyo, they demolished the whole
Tokyo, that's where it was at.
building.
I was trying to tell my son.
They knocked it all the way down.
Yeah, it looks, the top of the building looks really cool. It looks a little like ice cream to me, but but hey, whatever. I'm like, I don't care if they keep the building. I don't care if they redo the building. Whatever. I could care less. That ride needs to be refreshed. So
yeah. I don't know that they will, because you've got the people mover that runs through there, so you would lose the people mover during that. But I mean,
they'll just like block it out and stuff like that. Yeah.
So, well, no, I'm saying if they demolish the building.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You would lose the people mover. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think demolishing the building is going to happen. I think.
Yeah, I really think there's so much room in there when you go through there with the lights on.
Oh yeah,
you can see all the extra space that's not taken up by the track.
Yeah,
exactly. I think there's plenty of room, and there's 2 tracks in there, run like side by side. So you just destroy the other one and just have 1 track.
Yeah,
there's plenty of room, I think.
Oh yeah,
for a decent enough attraction.
Yeah, and we'll see the Speedway. Yeah. We'll see what happens there.
Electric.
Boogie woogie woogie. They definitely.
And hopefully a Skyliner from the TTC to the park would be great, or another mode of transportation, or just buses constantly, or another mode of
adding ferry boats. It's going to help, but it ain't going to.
No,
it's not going to solve the problem.
No, there's a problem's already there, so the ferry boat might solve the problem that already exists, but it's not going to solve the problem of Cars Land and Villains Land in 29 and 30 when it opens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. Like that's always been our little trick with the monorail is I don't know. Are you seeing people getting in line for the resort monorail?
Oh yeah, they'll when it gets backed up, they'll
move folks to the resort.
Yeah, okay. They go to the other side.
Yeah, they got to add something else. Like a Skyliner would be great.
Yeah, we'll see it and we'll just walk.
Yeah, but the problem is you're gonna have issues with weather, right? If there's foul weather, they can't run the Skyliner. But
I'm fine with just a bus that constantly. They do it sometimes when one of the modes go down. They will actually run a bus from the park to the TTC. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that being permanent and just always having that as an option to take the bus.
Yeah. Buses that run back and forth. Something would be nice. I don't know that it would come this year, but I think in the next 1 to 2 occurrences of Anaheim D23, I would, I maybe another monorail resort, another Magic Kingdom area resort coming.
Maybe.
I know the Lakeshore Lodge is set to open here shortly, but I'm thinking another resort on that line. And they've had plans for other resorts and other,
Yeah.
I think it was a Middle Eastern themed resort.
Yeah.
I think not too, was it around the area of Bay Lake Tower, maybe? I don't know. But definitely another resort. I would, adding a resort in the form of Lakeside Lodge, that's great and all. I don't really care for its placement and destroying all the sight lines from Fort Wilderness, but they definitely need more resorts. As a travel advisor myself with Explore Orlando, which if you're looking to book your next trip, definitely reach out to the link in the description below. And I would love to give you a quote on your next theme park, Universal, Disney, or Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, or Celebrity Cruises. I could definitely give you a quote on that. I'd love to help you plan your next trip. And my services are always 100% free. Okay. Shameless plug out of the way. That being said, as a travel advisor, I see, they're really pressed for rooms. I feel like a lot of times, and it's really tough because not everybody plans months and months and months ahead. I do get a lot of folks, especially a lot of local folks that reach out to me, friends of the channel or the channels that reach out at the last minute and are like, "Hey, I'm thinking about going in a couple weeks," and it's just, or I'm thinking about going next month. Can you help me with even 2-3 months out? It's really tough to find, especially cheaper rooms, in the value resort or moderate level. Really tough to find rooms in those categories for folks. So yeah, it would be nice if they would build another moderate, or actually I would like to see another value resort built. That would be nice because I think they could do it. Stop building. Cool. They see the dollar signs in these DVC resorts and these really nice resorts. I get it. If you can fill it, why not? But there's definitely people that are missing out by not staying on property because they can't find a room at a value resort, or it seems to be more moderates available, but I think it's time for a new value resort to be built on property. So I'd love to see them announce something like that. Anything in particular you were thinking of that you'd like to see at Magic Kingdom?
Just the transportation. Honestly, I know that's not very fancy, but the transportation from the TTC.
You live it though.
All
of your lives,
Magic
dude.
Kingdom,
you live
stuff
it
like that.
Yeah. When you shut that camera off.
Exactly. I got to get back to the car. So that takes a good at least 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour to get back to the car. So that's another hour, and then to getting to the park too, that's also at least another 30 minutes to sometimes an hour. So, but yeah, some transportation that way. I think Magic Kingdom is pretty good. I mean, some of the stuff can use a little bit of a refurb, but I think I'd like to see the other two parks that we mentioned get some love.
They need
I know
it.
Monstropolis is coming, but that's not enough for Hollywood Studios. But I think we should do another one of these post. We should do the next one post D23.
Oh, absolutely.
We should do that.
Absolutely.
We'll do that soon.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do the next one post. And let's see what else. Oh, Disney Cruise Line. They announced this week 3 ships coming. They actually upped their timeline for new ships. So 3 new ships coming to the fleet by 2029. Obviously, we have the Believe that's well underway and should be by the end of 2027. But in 2029, they're saying Disney they'll launch 3 new cruise ships. One is going to Japan. So the Oriental Land Company, they're getting a ship that will be over in Japan. And that seems to be a market that's growing. I know I've seen some cruises with Celebrity and Royal over in, touring the Japanese islands. And definitely cruises. Those itineraries look amazing. I mean, really hitting all these stops and all the Japanese islands there. Several of the, not all, but several of the Japanese islands there and many of the the big not just Tokyo but all these different cities in and around the islands of Japan.
That'd be awesome.
It would just look amazing. And it would be
That'd be
great
awesome.
to do it with on a Disney cruise ship. I would love to do it.
Mhm.
Hopefully they don't take a page out of the Singapore with the adventure and go out for 3 or 4 days and just basically drive around in circles and
Mhm.
come back to Singapore. Now, don't get me wrong. I would definitely love to be on the adventure and experience the adventure. And even if it's just going out, but I can't see repeatability on
Mhm.
that cruise ship.
Yeah.
I got to get off the ship. Give me some place to go, man, please.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 3 new ships. So 2, like I said, 1 in Japan and 2 over here stateside. We'll see. There's some hot rumors that Disney's looking to, with expanding their fleet. There may come an announcement. The hot rumor is they may come an announcement that they're coming back to New York and
Yeah.
sailing back out of New York.
Yeah, I think they've let that leak a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I think somebody
Yeah,
who wasn't supposed to put that up.
Oh,
I
really?
think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it was the port in New York.
I was going to say,
that,
and I,
so-
I don't think they had much. Now that you mentioned, I think they didn't really have much of a choice because you had to kind of go.
Oh, okay,
They have to
okay.
plan these things out,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's kind of hard to get it. So it's a lot of like with these new ships across all these cruise lines with like the last couple of ships that Royal Caribbean, like with the Hero that's coming out next in the Icon line, and the Legend before it, you have to register these names,
Mhm.
these ship names, and you do that well in advance of them actually launching and going into service.
Mhm.
So before they make their announcements. So if you know where to look, you can find them.
Yeah.
But that's like opening your. To me,
Yeah,
I
Christmas.
don't agree with that. That's like opening your Christmas presents, early,
Early. Yeah.
or looking for where your parents have
Looking for the
stashed.
hidden. Yeah.
Yeah,
What ruins Christmas? Yep.
exactly. Any of the presents
Yeah.
your parents are getting you look and see where they've stashed them because I want to see what I'm getting. Like, why would you want to ruin the surprise? Not that I don't really care for the name Hero for a ship, but whatever.
Yeah.
Not my favorite. Legend, Star, Icon,
Yeah.
amazing. It's great. Hero is kind of like, I don't know. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't fit
Yeah.
in, like Disney's doing. You got the Wish, the Destiny, the Treasure, Believe. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, it all makes sense to me, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like Icon, Star, Legend,
Mhm.
Hero. I don't see I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking about it right. It's like somebody over at Royal Caribbean marketing right now is like pulling their hair out.
Yeah.
Then make me understand it. That's all I can say. Just make me understand it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So we'll see. They're going to do, I guess, Wish class ships, and we'll see where they're going to go. Already looking in advance. The Wish is heading to Europe, and the Dream is coming back to Port Canaveral. So,
Nice.
that was my first ship, and one of
Yeah.
my favorite ships in the fleet. I'm excited. I've got to find a way to get on a 3 or 4 nighter with the Dream
Yeah.
here. I got to get back on the Dream. I absolutely adore that ship. And my Amanda always tells me, well, it was your first, so that's why you'll say it's your favorite. And not that I'm not going to Wish. The Wish is a great ship. Don't get me wrong. Wish is a great ship, but it came in the era of COVID, at the end, coming out of the COVID era, during a previous administration that wasn't all that great, and
Yeah.
they cut a lot of corners and tried to save money here and there.
Mhm.
And Disney has had to try and undo that since that ship is launched. And I think that ship actually launched a little too early. There
Mhm.
were things pointed out on that ship that were not even done,
Yeah.
and they launched, like drywall.
Mhm. Yeah.
So baseboards in some
Yeah.
spots. It was just like, really? They just were just get it out there, get it out there, get it out there. To where with the launch of the Treasure and the Destiny, that the feed I've not been privileged enough to go on those ships, but like your kiddos have been on the Destiny,
Mhm.
and they loved it. They said it was
Yeah.
great.
So it was great.
It
Yeah.
was wonderful. The Haunted Mansion parlor
Yeah.
was
They said that was really cool.
that was one of their favorites.
Mhm.
So, and but yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what they do. I'm kind of curious to see what the names will be and like the theming, the characters. You know, with the last one with the Destiny was really superhero themed.
Mm-hmm.
You got Spider-Man on the back. T'Challa is the atrium character,
the atrium. Mm-hmm.
which I thought there were other characters they could have used. Um, that being said, I absolutely love Black Panther. I think it's one of the better Marvel movies they did outside of actual Avenger movies. I know he's one of the Avengers, but that first Black Panther was just awesome.
Yeah,
it was great,
so good.
Yeah, it was so good. And so yeah, that whole but anyways, maybe they'll do something instead of having the Marvel. They've done the Marvel restaurant the last 3 ships.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll move away from Marvel.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They should. Hopefully,
I think they should. So maybe some new, because they've done that with each ship with the rotational dining. From Frozen with Arendelle to the Coco on the Treasure to the Lion King on the Destiny. I'll be curious to see what they do on this next ship, and maybe we'll find out more. I think we're going to get more information out of D23. This is not me going on a tangent. I'm circling back here.
Yeah.
I think we'll get more information. Definitely see more details coming out on the Believe.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any new boats, but I think we're going to get more details. So
yeah, definitely a lot more details on the Believe.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole big thing coming up in early October where they're doing a whole announcement, and they're supposed to be putting, I think it's October 9th. I know there's a sailing on the Wish, I believe, on the 5th for media. They're having a big media event. And then cool. I think it's, don't quote me on it. I think it was the 9th or something. I think they're supposed to have something on Disney Plus.
Just throwing this out. I'm available, Disney, just in case.
Yeah. Hey, we'll go.
Yeah. You want us on the ship? Let's just have your people call me directly.
Yeah. Would love to go. Put up lots of footage, lots of promo, but we'll be honest.
Yep.
Going back, taking it back
to
the beginning of the show, we'll be honest.
Yep.
So, but we'd love to get on there and give our honest review of the new ship. I think, your presence and Maya's presence on camera would be really good. I think you guys would create a lot of great content there. And I would love to see it as someone who specializes in cruising and doing cruises and just absolutely loves Disney Cruise Line. As one of my favorite cruise lines, not just because I booked trips on Disney Cruise Line. They were the first cruise line I ever sailed on.
Yeah.
And they do it, people try to compare like them with Royal and Carnival. And it's like, well, what, you just can't. It's just a different product. Yeah. Royal has their product, Carnival has their product, and Disney definitely sets themselves apart from those.
Yeah, you get the Disney experience on a cruise ship. So yeah,
you really do.
It's the Disney way. It's the Disney experience. So
the quality, the level of service, which you get on Royal. Don't get me wrong. It's just different. It's a different product. That Disney experience is just. It's hard to say. I'm not saying it's better than Royal. I'm just saying it's just different, and it's so special. I hope. The one thing I will say with the Believe, I'm sure they probably won't, because it seems like they stick to the same footprint with all these ships in the same class, is really do better with their adult areas. On the Wish class ships, the adult areas are just so small.
Yeah.
There's one hot tub. It's in the back of the ship on the stern. There's like one hot tub. There's an infinity pool, and that's kind of cool and everything, but it's just like, unless you go out there at the end of the day, or super early in the morning, it's guaranteed that hot tub is full. And it's just kind of a bummer. Especially compared to the Dream class with the Dream and the Fantasy. That's a much bigger area that they have there. That pool and hot tub area. And I guess, I don't know, maybe it was intentionally done by Disney, where they are trying to get you to go more towards reflections, like the rainforest, buy your rainforest pass, because there's 2 hot tubs down there. And that area is just, you want to talk about it. The only thing it's missing is a bar. If they would just put a cocktail bar in the rainforest area of the spa on Disney cruise ships, it would be perfect. 10 out of 10. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't have to be loud. You don't have to play music. You know, I think I might be getting a note here from our executive producer, Amanda. Let me see. So, but yeah, man. So, all right. Well, I think that's it for this week, man. We'll wind it up.
Yeah.
And be done, and we'll get this edited and up as soon as possible. And yeah, our next show we'll do a post recap here
Yes.
for
I'm
for
excited.
D23.
So excited.
Yeah. So again, as always, I am Explorer Jason
Still are.
with Explore Orlando, travel advisor. Reach out again. Link is in the clip. And with that, Jeff, take it away. Close us out, sir.
Yeah, I'm Jeff with Sunny Side Up FL. We do a lot of the live streaming stuff like that all over on YouTube, TikTok. You can find it in the bio. You can see all the links, Facebook, Instagram, everything's there. But we really like to close out with don't forget to be kind, you guys. You never know who can use that kindness. And until the next time, keep exploring and always look for the sunny side. Bye, guys.